days of dust, which I've known will blow away with this new sun. And I'll kneel down, wait for now. And I'll kneel down, know my ground. 'Cause I will wait for you. And I will wait for you. Hey, Drew James here from LearnGuitarInLondon.com, and I'm playing a Mumford & Sons song, I Will Wait. Now, Mumfords have been off the scene for a little while here in the UK, and it's been nice to have a bit of breathing space from them. Now, don't get me wrong, I really like them. You know, I've done one of their lessons before and I love their music, but revisiting this album, Babel, which this song is from, was a really good experience. You know, I hadn't heard them in maybe sort of a year and a half, 2 years, and obviously the songs are still really, really good, and in my opinion, they've stood the test of time. So I figured time to do another tutorial. Now for this one, the one thing, if you've ever tried playing this one along, or indeed any of the Mumford songs along, is it's the rhythm, okay? So it's knowing how many times to do certain chords. It's getting that very quick strumming pattern down, and I'm going to show you ways of doing that in the lesson. And also this kind of, this sort of muted thing that they like using a lot of mute and release with their strumming. So I'm going to be breaking all that down for you in the lesson. There's just a few, I think 6 open chords. That's all you're going to need. Actually 1 F chord, but you can do it 2 ways, as I'll show you. Anyway, let's stop talking about it. Let's start doing it. Let's have a look at the left hand. Before we begin on this one, you've got to get your capo and you have got to put it on the 1st fret. Now this is to make it sound exactly like the recording on the Babel album. I've seen them play it live without a capo. Now, as I said in the beginning of the lesson, there's not too many chords in this one, so let's just go through the chords. And then, by the way, if you already know these chords, then if you skip to this link here, just skip to that in the video and you can get started on the rhythm and the measures and the amount of chords. So the chords are A minor, which is index finger on the 1st fret on the B string, middle finger on the 2nd fret on the D, and ring finger on the 3rd fret on the G, and you strum the bottom 5 strings. Names of the strings: Eddie A, Dynamite, Goodbye, Eddie, E, A, D, G, B, E. Come up with your own if you like, it makes it a lot easier to memorise. So A minor is the first one. We're then going to change, well, we don't change this yet, but the other chord you're going to need is a C. So I'm just going to lift up this ring finger, leave these 2 where they are, and put it on the 3rd fret on the A string. Okay, once again, for these 2 chords, it's bottom 5 strings that you strum. Obviously, you should be strumming here, okay? Now, the F chord. Well, you really can get away with this one doing it either way you like. You can do the mini bar, which is where we take our index finger, we press down nice and close to the fret marker and press down the bottom 2 strings, okay? Pointing the finger slightly towards your face, middle finger on the 2nd fret on the G string, and ring finger on the 3rd fret on the D. And for that one, you strum the bottom 4 strings. You can also do it full bar way, just like this. So that's index finger going over all 6 strings, and then middle, ring and pinky, middle on the 2nd fret on the G, ring and pinky on the 3rd fret on the A and D. You strum all 6. Doesn't matter which one you want to do for this one. The other chords you're going to need are a G chord. Now, I really want you to do the G chord this way because we're going to be changing from C to G a lot, all right? So your G chord, middle finger on the 2nd fret on the A string, ring finger on the 3rd fret on the E string, and pinky on the thinnest E string, highest sounding E string, on the 3rd fret, and you strum all 6. There's one other chord, I'm just going to call it G2, which is what it's referred to in the tab, and that is index finger on the 1st fret on the B string, as well as holding the rest of this down. Okay, so that's changing between them, which we're going to do quite quickly. And the last one, what's going on up there? The last one is E minor 7, okay? So middle and ring finger on the 2nd fret on the A and D string, and pinky on the 3rd fret on the B string. And you strum all 6 strings for that. Okay, that's your chords. Now let's get started into the measure. So the rhythm to start with, that's all about the rhythm. I recommend getting yourself a nice thin pick for this, okay? Because we're going to be quite heavy-handed, there's going to be quite a bit of strumming going on, and it's quite fast. So you're going to need a pick that's got a bit of give to it, all right? So give that a try. Okay, so we're going to take an A minor chord to learn this rhythm, and the rhythm goes like this. Okay, notice my fingers are very chilled out, very relaxed. I'm holding pick with thumb and index finger. Work on that if you don't do that already, because that's a much more relaxed way of playing. Okay, and the rhythm is this. Little down strum, so that means just clipping the top 2 or 3 strings of the chord. You don't have to do a full strum, so just a little one, like that. Okay, so a little one on a down, then a big, loud down, so it goes. So I'm making a louder one there. And then we're going to go down, up, so it's, I'm going to call this bass note, this little one. Bass, loud, down, up, down, up. Okay, work on that. Work on getting that little strum, big strum, down, up, down, up. That's really going to make the song sound great. Now let's start talking about measures. So this, we're going to call that 1. So at the beginning of the song, we're going to do A minor twice. We're then going to change to this E minor 7 chord, so middle and ring finger up to the A and D string, pinky down, so that's a nice simple change there. Pinky down onto the 3rd fret on the B. Do that twice. So we've got A minor, E minor 7, C for 1, F for 1, back to C for 1, and G for 2. Okay, I have included a link to the tab that I'm using in the video description for the order of chords. So it's A minor, E minor 7, C, F, C, G, G. Then repeat that. A minor, E minor 7, C, F, C, G. 2 more Gs. Well, I came home. And then we're into the singing part with this new technique which we're going to have to learn. Now, if you're quite new to playing guitar, this technique I'm going to show you using the palm of your hand. It's probably going to take you the longest. Even if you're not new to the guitar, it's a good one to learn and to refine, okay? So the rhythm is this. I'll do it without any palm mute stuff. So we're going to go down, down, miss, miss, up, down, down, miss, miss, up, down. Now it's important to do those misses because that keeps your tempo and your timing. So please do your misses. Down, down, so down, down, miss, miss, up, down, down. So that's the rhythm for the verses, but we're going to do it slightly differently. So you're still going to do a small little bass note hit for the first strum. So it's, but we're going to do it palm muted. So take this part of your palm here, okay, this fleshy horseshoe part, and rest it at the back near the bridge onto the string. So you get this dull sound, okay? It's not like this. That's too much. There's no tone coming out of the guitar. So bring it back. Usually the main reason for people getting this wrong is they press too hard. You don't press, you just rest the weight of your hand. Or they have the hand too far forwards. So put it back so you feel these pegs under the back of your wrist if you need to. Okay, it does depend on your hand size and shape. So we're going to go. So we're going to go down, down, miss, miss, up, down, up. Okay, so I'll do that as slow as I can. So I'm going down, big louder down, and I'm just, as I'm doing my strum, I'm slightly releasing the strings. If you just watch my palm here. So I'm finding it difficult not to do it fast, alright? So, and notice I'm not strumming the whole chord. So it's palm, release, up, down, up. And that up, down, up I'm just slightly bringing a touch of my palm onto the strings. Okay, so work on that technique. If I had more time to go into it, I would, but it's really just going to be a case of you refining it, okay? So, we're going to go, I came C, good F, now I fell C, into your G2. Okay, so let me just show you what's happening there. So you move your middle and ring finger up to the 2nd fret on the A and the G string, and then the pinky is going to come down here onto the 3rd fret on the thinner string. Leave your index there, alright? So you do it for 2, then lift up the index finger just to go back to a regular G, right? So from there to there. Okay, so I'll just take you through that a bit. From the I fell heavy, I fell heavy into your arms. Okay, so I'm really just hitting the body of the guitar as I'm making that accent. It's just to let you know what I'm doing there, just to help you out with it. Okay, so we then repeat that. So it's C, F, this F I think is fine. Oops, not really. C, G2, then lift up index, and then we're back to the same rhythm as we had at the beginning, which is down, down, down. Okay, and we're going to do the I will kneel down part. So it's 2 A minors, and E minor 7, C, F, G, C, G. Okay, so it's 2 A minors, 2 E minor 7s, 1 F, 1 C, 4 Gs. Okay, then the next time round it's exactly the same thing. Okay, so I'll do that for you again so you've got that part of the song nailed. So it's A minor, E minor 7, C, F, C, G, G. And then this first chorus is nice and chilled out, so we're just going to do single strums and we're going to hold. So we're going to go C to wait, I say we'll wait, E minor, followed by G, and I will wait for you, E minor and G. Okay, so we're just going to strum and hold, nice and easy to play that along to the record. I'll let you use that for your timing. And then we're into 8 Cs during the instrumental. Back into our regular rhythm that we started with. And that's into the verse. Start back into that technique. Okay, so keep working on that technique. And then this time we're jumping straight into a louder sung chorus, okay? So we're going to go back into that same rhythm that we used at the beginning, and it's 4 Cs, 2 E minors, 2 Gs. And I'll do that with a bit of vocals for you. 'Cause I will wait for you, E minor, G. Repeat. I will wait for you, E minor, G. Do that a further 2 more times. 4 Cs, 2 E minors, 2 Gs. Okay, and then after that it breaks down into Now I'll Be Bold. Now what I'd like you to do on this part is I'd like you to build up the tension. Mumford are very, very good at doing that. So I want you to just do 8 strums for each chord, okay? And we're just going to be strumming the A and the D string, the top 2 strings of each chord. So if you just watch both hands and I'll sing it along, it should be easy enough for you to follow. Keep your rhythm going. Now I'll be C, as well as F, just strumming the middle strings for the F. Use my C, alongside my G to lift up. Okay, so you will have to strum more strings there just to get this index finger part. So that's 4 of these. 3, 4, 1, sorry, 8 of those, and fix my eyes. Then start strumming more strings, and you can also start putting in some accents here as well. So strum my. Okay, so every other one I'm doing a louder strum. So take my flesh, fix my F, this part again, okay? There is a slight little twist in the tail on this one. So it's A minor, E minor 7, as we've done before, C, F, C, G, G. Then, so there's only 2 Gs that time. Then we're back to A minor, E minor 7, 1 C, 1 F, 1 C, 4 Gs. And then we're into the outro of the song. So well done for staying with me so far. As I said, if you do have the tablet, it will make it a bit easier. You could even print it out and just write how many you need for each chord, but hopefully you're sticking with me. So the outro, we've got 3 Cs, 1 E minor 7, then 3 A minors, 1 F, 1 C, 2 Gs. So I'll take you through that slowly. So it's 3 Cs, 1 E minor 7, 3 A minors, 1 F, 1 C, 2 Gs. And that's the part that you do over the raise my hands, paint my spirit gold. Okay, and then we repeat that through, and when it's keep my heart slow, it's just 4 Gs instead of 2. And then you've just got your big chorus, which is exactly the same. C, 4 Cs, 2 E minus 2 Gs, and then the song finishes on a C. Thank you very much for watching my lesson. I am a big fan of Mumford & Sons, and I've done another one of their songs, White Blank Page. You can click this link here to go and watch that video on YouTube. I also have over 150 free videos over at my website, which is learnguitarinlondon.com. If you click this link here, that will take you over there, and you can start learning all sorts of acoustic songs, always taught by myself, taught with patience and understanding of what it's like to be a beginner. This lesson was brought to you by brightonguitars.co.uk. They're a quirky independent guitar shop in Brighton. That is everything. Don't forget to subscribe. I upload 2 new lessons a week. Keep on playing and see you soon.